Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Let's talk about the glasses of the future, shall we? Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. Now, weird intro aside, today we're going to be taking a look at probably the most futuristic glasses that you've ever seen that are not in focus. There we go. Look at that. Boom. These are the Vitrue Pro AR XR glasses, and the main thing with these glasses is that when you're wearing them, it projects a 135-inch screen directly in front of your face. So the question becomes, are these the sunglasses of the future? Now, who are these meant for? These are kind of meant for casual gamers or gamers that kind of want to be able to project a screen onto their face. And I don't necessarily see a whole big point of these. Spoiler alert. But I did think that I would check them out, as back in the day I did end up getting some N-Real glasses, and I enjoy them for bed and whatnot. They're definitely outdated. I think N-Real ended up becoming X-Real, but you know, I can actually see somewhat with these. These have the prescription lenses, so I can use them as actual glasses. They're not great. They're not good. But you know, I can actually see everything that's kind of around me. And what made me want to try out the Vitrue glasses here is that they have a myopia settings dials right up here on top that, you know, for those of us that have 4 eyes instead of 2, you know, you could dial that in and it does a +5, -5 on each side. So, and you calibrate each one, and I thought that would make it to where we wouldn't need prescriptions with these. So that way you can actually wear them as sunglasses and actually see the world around you. However, that is not the case. What that ends up doing is putting the screen in focus. So while you're gonna have a absolute awesome time, a cinematic experience with the screen being in focus, everything else around you is an absolute blur, and you have no idea what's going on. So anyways, that's why I wanted to check these out. I thought they would be great for travel, as I do travel from time to time, and I don't like holding up, my Steam Deck all the time. You know, that gets tiring. Even being in bed, that gets tiring. Holding this up, your hands kind of fall asleep. And they have like those pillows and like chest things that, is supposed to kind of help with that. But on the plane, I don't like kind of having my phone. I don't have a stand on my phone. So, I thought this would be a great thing. It connects via Type-C, USB Type-C. So anything that's USB Type-C compatible, except for the Nintendo Switch or the Switch 2, you have to have a special adapter for that. And it's like an extra $100, which is crazy because these glasses are already fairly pricey. But all you do is you take your phone or your Type-C compatible device, you plug that in, and the other end is actually magnetic, which is nice. I did actually really enjoy that. So all you do is, take off visible glasses, you put these guys on. I have no idea what's happening, but and you just attach it there, and then oof, now I can see my phone screen directly in front of my face. And I don't know if you could tell, but what is very nice about these is they have an electronic dimming. So as soon as you put them on, as soon as something's connected, it automatically turns on like the nightshade. So like everything is really dark. I can't see my hands at all. And it gives you this nice cinematic look of your screen or whatever that you have on there. But the caveat is it is highly reflective, like right in the lenses, the way that they're angled. I see my chest all the way down to my feet in the lenses. And so in dark settings, it's phenomenal because you can't see all that. But I have a light here, and a big light up top. And so all of that is hitting me, lighting up my chest. And we tested this on a walk with Miles. And here's some footage of that where I actually held my phone up into the lens to see what it would see. And as you can see there, you can clearly see Mrs. Broadcast and I walking while trying to hold that up into the lens, and it was pretty accurate how that was working out. So like kind of what I would see is fairly accurate with holding that up. It's kind of hard, you know, when there's two screens here. They're yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Sorry, that's not a well thought out thought, but it's there. So you can turn that off by just clicking the power button once, and then it's back to see-through. So here we have night vision, or not night vision, but you know, kind of shade mode, and then kind of transparent mode. I don't know if that's picking up on this camera or not, but it's working. There's a lot of nice functionality with these, and whatnot. Like I said, so there's two screens there, and they are both Sony OLED displays, which are actually up top projecting down to give you that hologram effect of a screen floating in space. And they're not like smart screens or anything like that. Like if you have one here and you turn your head, it's coming with you. It's always directly in your face at all times. So for those of you that want kind of that more placement of a screen, like here's a screen here, and be able to turn and come back to it, you're going to want more something like the XR Pro glasses, as I hear that with their X1 chips that is a possibility. So, or, you know, just get a Meta Quest 3 and strap that on. But who's traveling with that? You know, I've never seen anyone in the airport strapped on with their Quest 3 headset, just sitting on the plane. They're like, whoa, wearing like the... Hang on, Russ, I'm gonna go grab that for that segment. I think that's gonna be fun.
Okay.
The one thing with the Quest 3 is I don't know who's traveling like this. I have never once... If they have a travel mode in the Quest 3, but I don't know a single person. I've never gone to the airport and sat next to somebody and they're just like, damn, boy, he's sick. Yeah, or what's a Quest 3 on? You know, that's just not a thing. This is cumbersome. This is ridiculous to be traveling with, where instead the much better option is to just travel wearing some shades. It looks like you're just wearing some sunglasses, where this is a lot less conspicuous. It is completely privacy in the front. When you have something up, no one can see from the outside. They can see a little bit, you know, from the sides, a little bit whatever you're watching. So, you know, for all you weirdos out there, you know, keep that in mind if you end up getting a pair of these. But for in the front, no one can tell what is on the screen. So you kind of have that going for you. And the two screens, the two OLED panels in front basically project this nice 135-inch screen. And it is quite clear. The biggest thing for me was with those myopia settings, I thought that I would be able to dial those in to my prescription, and I can get pretty close. It's not perfect. The screen is pretty clear, except for there's still, it's kind of like a radio signal, you know, you're just dialing these two little knobs at the top, and you're like, yeah, that's better a little bit, but they don't click. It's just constant slide back and forth until you kind of settle, I think is probably the best word for it, is you settle on an approximate screen. But everything else around you does not. It doesn't change anything with the actual lenses. Like there's no filter that's actually going through like the portion, you know, like there's a little separation, the screen and then like just the frames with a little bit of lens there. Like there's no changing of that whatsoever. So everything around you is still very blurry if you have strong prescriptions. And they do offer kind of an add-on, a magnetic add-on to attach prescription lenses to the front. However, then it's just like poking you. They stick out even further than they already stick out. And they're quite expensive, so I don't see the point in doing that. It just isn't feasible. I really got these mainly for when Mr. Broadcast and I go to bed, and sometimes I'm not exactly tired and I want to play a little bit of my Steam Deck, or sometimes I want to finish a video that I'm researching on for either a new mod or something like that, and I want to finish that, but I want to be in bed. You know, that's what I use my Nreal glasses for. And I thought, well, with these upgraded ones, I don't need, you know, these prescription lenses. I guess I have the myopia things. Maybe I can actually use them for travel, you know, and it's just not there. It's just not there for me. The one cool thing that I do like them for is exactly that when I'm laying in bed, and it's late at night, and I don't want to disrupt this broadcast too much, is that putting these on, and they work right out of the gate with Steam Deck. You just put that in right there. They go dark mode, and then boom, there's the screen. It's bright. Sorry, the speakers started playing, and I thought Miles was barking outside. They do have speakers built in, like right about here, that just shoot down directly into your ear. They are loud, which is nice. They could be a bit louder at times, but for the most part, to not disrupt those around you, they're loud enough, at least for me. I don't want them so loud that Mrs. Broadcast can hear them if I'm watching a movie or watching a video or playing a game. The only thing that she does pretty much hear is the clicking of the buttons where I'm fiercely tapping A. But overall, really cool. They're clear sounding. I don't think I'm gonna keep them. I don't think there's enough there to justify for me. So yeah, they don't require a charge at all. They pretty much are plug and play, and they'll keep going as long as whatever the host device is has battery to keep them powered on. And they're neat, just not quite for me. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on AR XR glasses. Hi, you coming up? Come here. Hi, you want to say hi? Turn around. You're not turning around. This is a bit of a rambly video. I did type a script originally for this, and it just felt too... So I figured just go off script. We'll just kind of bounce all over the place and not really give any information, but give all the information and just decipher through it all. So guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think of AR XR glasses. Are they handy for you? Are you interested in a pair? Is it quite not there yet? Just let me know. And yeah, have a great week, everyone. Take care. Say bye, Miles. He's sick of me. He's sick of it. Have a good night. Take care.